Hey guys, and welcome back to another video, and I hope you are all okay on that side of the screen. And today here we are with the Nova N5 from Magicsee, and in this particular case we will start by the end. Now what we will be able to do with this budget machine is, in terms of YouTube, 4K, forget about it, but we will be able to go up to 1440 without any issues at all. Very smooth video playback. Now forget about the advertisement stating that it's capable of YouTube at 4K. It is not. But if you are okay with 1440 or 1080, then smooth video, as I said. Great image quality, no complaints at all right over there. In terms of gaming, I did test out a few games, and I was curious to see how the Rockchip 3318, which is the sock that it's in this machine, would behave. I knew that it was a low-end sock, a low-end CPU, but what I can say is that it's not targeted at gaming. I did test out with a few games, including Asphalt 8, which at this moment, Asphalt 8, we have been testing that game for quite a few years now, and this game on the latest devices that appear on the market, it's more than capable. But this particular case, the N5 Nova, barely is capable of playing without any frame dropping. Now we don't see frame dropping, the graphics were on medium low end, but that is the maximum that we can expect from this machine in terms of gaming. You will be okay with lower games, non-demanding games, but with higher end games, then forget about it. It's not the machine for that. In terms of Netflix SD quality, no surprises there. Kodi, decoding a few video formats, I was happy with its performance. In terms of 1080 Blu-ray MKV files with H.264, I was able to stream movies that I've got on my network, and all played okay, both on Wi-Fi and also on the Ethernet connection. The only downside that I saw on Kodi, but it's not that relevant, is that in 10-bit 4K H.265 codec, it's not capable of playing smooth video playback. But it's just in that particular case. If you have videos like that, then forget this box. If you don't have, if your library is like mine, 1080 Blu-ray MKV files with H.264, then you will be more than fine. In terms of benchmarks, really quickly, I'll show you a few numbers right over there. Be aware that Geekbench is now Geekbench 5, so don't be surprised because numbers have changed, their base value has changed, and this means that we are getting lower numbers. That doesn't mean that this box is really weak, but all the devices that use Geekbench right now have different numbers, but we will talk about that later on. In terms of the overall performance, it's more or less what I was expecting. Anton 2 is a good value for those of you that are used to these numbers to compare other machines, and there we got 20,000 points, which is not much for an Android device, but that is it. And before we finish up, one really nice surprise that I had on the beginning, but I left for the end of the video, is the Air Mouse remote that is included. Usually we get a budget box which has an interesting price, I will leave a link down below, and then we have to get a Air Mouse remote so that we can have a better experience browsing using apps like Netflix, for example, which is not targeted at this type of Android and so on and so forth. But in this particular case, we get the Air Mouse, which also has the voice recognition capability that we can use to use Google Assistant, for example. So a really nice surprise on a budget machine. We have seen this remote before on more expensive machines. We have seen this remote sold separately, but coming on these budget machines is also great because it will give the end user a better experience than those. Really, they did a good job right over here. And that is it, guys. As you saw, I did start at the end and finished by the beginning of the review. I didn't mention the ports, but I'll show you guys a few images right over there. The usual for this kind of device, nothing surprise. If you ask me, build quality, it's a cheap plastic, so no surprises here. We are talking roughly about $30, $30 US, really cheap. Once again, link down below. And that is it. Hopefully this video was helpful in some way, and if it was, don't forget that usual thumbs up. My name is Roberto, and as always, I'll see you guys on the next one.